in case you don't know me, I'm an aerial teacher at Flex Yoga. I'm currently still on maternity leave, and it kind of fed into the COVID close down. So I'm a little rusty, but we're going to do our best today. So I'm going to teach you a couple tricks. Hopefully you have a silk at home. If you don't, let me know and I can kind of guide you toward buying one or the things that you need and letting you know the setup that I have at home. Normally we would have the silk in class. We have high ceilings. It would be at your hips while you're standing, but because I have low ceilings, I have to improvise and kind of make it work for me. So I have it super low. I mean, maybe 6 inches from the floor, so that I can do tricks, but obviously when it's this low, you have to be aware that your head is now going to hit the floor if you mess anything up. So I have this nice padding right here from Aldi, and so hopefully that protects my head if I ever fall. But firstly, we're just going to stretch out. So you can do whatever works for you. I'm just going to do a couple things that I like to do to get stretched. So you're going to tee out your arms in front of your silk, clap in front, and you're going to do a single wrap. You're going to bring your hands to touch, and then you're just going to go forward. And you're going to press your chest toward the ground, stretching out your shoulders. So if this is too much, you can always bend your elbows and pressing your chest toward the ground. I like to keep my arms straight. You can do it for about 10 seconds or so. And then if you want more, you can get up higher on your knees and give your body a little more space to stretch your chest toward the floor. And then you can always sway. So you'll feel a stretch in your side. If that doesn't feel good, you don't have to sway. You can stay straight. And again, bending your elbows if needed. So rising up when you're ready. I'm going to push this aside just for a sec. So you're going to get your wrists ready. Your hands and wrists are almost always, for me, the first thing to go when I'm doing aerial. They get exhausted. So warming those up is really, really helpful. So you're going to come into a tabletop, and your shoulders are going to be above your elbows, above your wrists. Fingers nice and spread out. The fingertips are going to really grip the mat here, so much so that knuckle might pop up right by your fingertips. And all you're going to do is just go forward. So you're pushing your shoulders over your wrists. Gently, gently, just easing into it. Taking a couple deep breaths. And then if that feels good, you can sway a little bit. Stretching the different parts of your wrists out. And then whenever that feels good, rock back onto your heels, bring your hands with you. You're going to flip them over knuckle by knuckle so that the back of your hand is now on the mat. And then you're just sitting back onto your heels. If this feels good here, stay. If you have a little more room and you want to stretch out your forearms just a little bit more, you can inch your wrists forward. You'll feel like a little bit tighter by your forearms. And again, if the sway feels good, take it. If not, no worries. And then you're going to come back to your tabletop. You're going to roll your wrists out. So your hands are going to face out at 3 and 9 o'clock, is it? And you're just going to go back and forth. And then if you want more of a stretch, bring your wrists closer. If that's too much, you can always spread them back out. And then the last one, you're going to point them toward your knees and lean back, stretching your inner arms out. I like to pulse a little bit. You don't have to. You can just continuously increase how far back you're going. But I like to pulse just a little bit. And when you're done, have a seat. Just roll your wrists out. Awesome. So we're going to do a trick that has a little bit of splits in it. So you just want to stretch your legs out a little bit. And what's nice is you can still do that on the ground using your silk if you want. If you don't have silk, you can always stretch just using the ground as your support, but I like using the silk. So you're gonna put one heel in, and you're just gonna get that silk on the back of your heel, and you're going forward. So nice splits here. You always want to go chin to shin if you can. Engaging your foot, so pulling it toward you or pointing it away. And again, like 10 seconds, taking some deep breaths. Don't ever forget to breathe. And then when you're ready, you're going to swing it out to the side. And then just lean toward that. So a nice kind of middle splits. Again, keep that foot engaged. So pointing up, pointing away wherever feels good. And then a couple deep breaths here. Good. And then bring it back behind you and then lean back into that silk. So hopefully you feel a good stretch right about here on your leg. If not, press your shin or your ankle into that silk a little bit more. And just gently pressing back. And then you can come forward, and we'll do all that on the other side. So you're getting the back of your heel in that silk again. And then going forward with splits. Again, engaging your foot, either toward you, pointing away. And then out to the side. Really leaning into that. Lastly, bring it back behind you, and we're leaning back. The more you press your shin into the silk, the more of the stretch you should feel. You can even come down onto your forearms if you want. Take one more deep breath. Awesome. And then you can release. So if you don't have any experience with aerial, but you have a silk, I'll be really impressed. But I'm just going to try to guide you as much as I can. This might be a trick that you don't feel comfortable doing alone. You really should never practice aerial alone. So as long as someone's in the house and they can hear you if you get stuck, I recommend that. But I'm going to walk you through it so that hopefully you can do this at home without me spotting you or anyone else spotting you. So you're going to take whatever foot you prefer. It's going to be weird in the video. I'm not sure what way I'll be facing to you. So I'm going to take my right foot and step it in first. And then you're going to pull up, which is a nice little pull up because it's not up halfway through the ceiling, which is great. And then you're going to take your free leg and you're going to use the outside of your foot to push this silk away. So you're just going to gently push that silk away. So now my right foot is free. It's going to come forward, and I'm slowly going to move my hips forward. You can put your foot down, which is nice for some rest. I just want to show you the silk is now at my lower back, kind of running along my thigh toward my left foot. And so now your goal is to go back, and you're going to wrap this leg around the silk. Now I'm going to show you this two ways, so that way you can see what it looks like from behind and in front. Because when I start doing this trick, you're not going to be able to see me if I'm facing this way. So I'll do it both ways. So you're going to lean back and hook your foot. So my foot went on the outside of the silk, bent, and then you're going to pull up. So this is kind of why we warmed our legs up, because it's quite the stretch. And then when you're ready, gentle pull up. You're gonna point your leg down. And so now you got a nice wrap on your thigh. Hopefully it feels good, because it is quite tight. So now this is when we're gonna take our silk and we're gonna kind of pull it apart with our feet. And it can look really good sometimes if it's nice and wrapped up. It can look a little clunky. But what you are aiming for is 1 foot at the front of the silk and then 1 foot at the back. And don't be shy about bringing your hand back there to help unravel the silk. So I'm taking my wrapped leg and putting it to the right side of the silk. So the silk's in front of me now, so this is when you're not going to be able to see me. So I'll do this so that you can see the next part of the trick. And then you're just getting into as much splits as you can. It's kind of hard because of this wrap, but just make it look as pretty as you can. And then you're going to lean back, same hand as the leg that's wrapped, and reach back and grab this silk that's running along your left leg. And then you're going to hold a nice straight arms with both arms, or you can bend this one if it makes it a little bit easier. This would be my left arm. And you're going to roll out. My left leg is going to come through here, so it's going to come between the pole and my body. So I'm using this arm to bring the left leg through. And now you probably can't see me, but hopefully it looks really pretty. And then you're just going to roll back, drop into the silk, swing a little bit, and unhook that leg. So now I'll show you it facing that way, because obviously once I got into it, you couldn't really see what was going on. And I'll do it with the same leg too, so it'll be the same directions. And so obviously for the left leg, you're just going to do everything but the opposite, if that makes any sense. So right leg's going in the silk, standing up. Left leg pushing that silk away. So now you'll get to see this silk kind of rise up on my lower back. So lowering my back down, heading backwards, so this leg outside the pole, wrap, roll yourself up, gentle pull up, straighten that way. So now we're going to spread the silk out. Again, sometimes it unravels really nicely, and other times it likes to be difficult. Either way, it looks amazing. Good. And then the more you get the silk spread out, the easier it is to do some splits. Alright, so now, that tricky part that I had to talk you through because you couldn't see. So the leg that is wrapped, that same arm, is reaching back and grabbing this silk right here that's running along your leg. And then your left arm is grabbing your right silk. And so here's when your left knee comes in between the pole and your torso and comes out. So now you got this pretty little background on your pose, and you can tuck your foot here and do a little bit of a back bend too. And then when you're tired, roll into the silk, swing a little bit, and release your leg. Alright, well that's about all I have for you. Ultimately, if you have a silk and you don't know what to do, you find one end of your silk, wave it out, and take Shavasana. Thanks for tuning in. We miss you guys. I hope to see you soon, and stay safe.